Rated beauty product we sell here at HSN. It's Andrew's Healthy Hair, Skin, and Nails. If you already love the hair, skin, and nails, we all wait for July. Every year we wait for July because our favorite beauty product will be at the best value ever. And in all the years, in Andrew's 22 years, we have never offered the value like you're going to see tonight. It's the first time ever at $89, you get 720 capsules.
Oh, plus I forgot. I totally forgot about something. Oh, wait, there's more. Sound like Ron Popeil. Oh, wait, there's more.
Oh, I remember
actually,
Ron.
His daughter's a very dear friend of mine.
Is she? Oh,
yep.
That's awesome.
But what we did is because what I just said before, that we often read the reviews that said, you know, if I had read the instructions or followed the address or the suggested use, it would have worked the first time. And that certainly was Healthy Hair, Skin, and Nails. Certainly with circulation vein support, take 2 capsules a day. But what we're doing with our Healthy Hair, Skin, and Nails, we're extending the money-back guarantee period to 60 days.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So there's no better time to try it
Bravo.
for the first time than tonight when we talk about that. We didn't mention that in June because we didn't do it. This is something that the powers that be at HSN were kind enough to say, that sounds like a great idea.
It's a great idea, because in 2 months, you're gonna know, you're gonna see a difference in your hair, in your skin, and in your nails. So that's coming up in about 25 minutes, so stay tuned. That's our best buy of the day for tomorrow. Tomorrow starts on the East Coast officially in just a few minutes, but right now we wanna talk about another favorite of many. This is circulation and vein support. This has become, without a question, one of your absolute best sellers, top-rated products as well.
It's funny, because I tend to I don't really focus on sales reports or anything like that, but I was recently looking at capsule volumes and things that, whether it's Healthy Hair, Skin, and Nails, or CoQ10, or our Ultimate Eye, or circulation vein support, or maximum essential omega-3, they're all about equally popular.
Interesting.
Healthy Hair, Skin, and Nails is, capsule volume is slightly higher, partly because it's so affordable. Healthy Hair, Skin, and Nails, it's, as we'll talk about tonight, it's barely a dime a capsule for the highest potency version we've ever done. But our circulation and vein support, this is a product that owes its popularity entirely to the fact that it works. It's not a product like omega-3s or a multivitamin where you have a certain consciousness that this is a product that's an important product to take. The only reason you enjoy the benefits of circulation vein support is probably because someone told you, or you watched the show and you gave it a try. And you read the reviews on this product, and they are the most heartwarming reviews of any product I make. And it's a product that, if at the end of the day, and it's not even at the end of the day, as we get older, all of us, if we look at our, you know, my legs, I'm very active, they haven't changed much, but they've changed. That they don't look the same as they did 20 years ago or 30 years ago. Things change, and the appearance of those tissues change. But frankly, for my advanced years, they haven't changed much. And I think the fact that I've been using this product now for a little over 20 years is one of the major contributors to the health of the circulation in my feet, ankles, and calves, certainly as active as I am. But it's changing in all of us. We stand too much, we sit too much, we probably weigh too much, we're not as active as we should be, that all of these things contribute to the most challenged blood vessels in our body, and contributes even more, conspires even more to sort of undermine their health and certainly undermine their appearance and the way our legs feel. So if at the end of the day, they don't look the way you'd like them to look or feel the way you'd like them to feel, then this is a product. It has a half a century of history in Europe, recommended by doctors in Europe for the healthy circulation of their patients' legs. And it's a product that now with us has about almost a quarter of a century of use here. And again, it's one of those products that's almost perfectly reviewed.
There we go. Let me show you what the choices are real quickly here. It's a favorite of many of us. Stephen, our producer, takes it. I mean, a lot of us who work here at HSN take it because we are required to be on our feet for hours and hours and hours. When we come to work, we don't sit down. We are on our feet the whole entire time. And I think a lot of you have jobs just like that or lifestyles just like that. You're on your feet a lot or you sit a lot. If you sit a lot, horrible for your lower extremities. If you're on your feet a lot, you are probably like a lot of us, your feet hurt, your ankles swell, your calves ache. By the end of the day, you can't wait to just sit down and put your feet up. This is your product. I would love to recommend it. My husband takes this religiously every single day. We both love. It's one of our absolute favorite products. Let me show you what the choices are, and you choose what's gonna work best for you, a 30, 60, 180, or a 360 count. Here's the regular everyday HSN pricing for the birthday. $89.90 for 360 caps, $40 off the largest choice. And again, you're choosing, really you just choose, I would get one of the larger ones if you can. You can do flex pay, so we'll divide those into monthly payments for you. Everybody gets free shipping and handling on this. But the most important thing is the results you're going to get. There are thousands of perfect reviews on this product. Women and men who take it adore this product because it delivers incredible results. Not only will you feel a difference in your legs, in your ankles, in your calves, in your feet, but you are going to see a difference. So your legs will look different, they will feel different. And if you are one of the many people listening to this and you, again, are dragging around at the end of the day, even you wake up in the morning and you already, if your legs feel heavy, if they feel like lead, if you feel like you just have lost that get up and go in your legs, give this a try. You really should try, because those of us who take it, we will not be without it. I will never give this up. I mean, this is one of those products, if you run out and you stop taking it for a couple weeks, boy, do you notice a difference in your legs.
Yeah, and even if they feel fine, and we all hear about things that are, sometimes we feel like we have pins and needles, we feel like our legs are restless, whatever it might be that might change as we've gotten older or throughout the day. But we also just notice a change in appearance, whether it's a change in the blood vessels, a change in the appearance of the veins in our legs. That this is a product that its specific mode of action is to sort of improve the tone, to talk in non-scientific terms, but even the science, they refer to this specifically. They talk about the tone of blood vessels, that if blood vessels are better toned, it's like if a garden hose, we put water through a garden hose, we don't see any change in the shape of the garden hose. But if that garden hose was made out of like the material that they make surgical gloves out of course, we'd watch it enlarge.
Right.
So if those blood vessels are more toned, then they're going to be less susceptible to enlargement, less susceptible to distension.
Yeah.
Also, they're going to be less susceptible to fluid seeping out. And what does that fluid seeping out mean? That's the swelling we experience in those tissues. So to the extent the blood vessels in our legs are healthier, they tend to enlarge less, and the tissues in our legs will swell less. And that's exactly the mode of action of this product. With this product, it's hard to choose whether I should read the science or whether I should read the reviews. The reviews are incredibly, incredibly compelling, and maybe I'll read a few reviews and then read a few quotes from the science, because the science talks about this being an absolutely proven mode of action. And what we've done with this product, we've increased its potency 20% since it's introduced. It's less expensive today than when I introduced it 20 years ago. We've also introduced other ingredients with it, one of which, butcher's broom extract, almost is as interesting as the diosmin in terms of benefit. And we also have pine bark extract and grapeseed extract. So it gives you all of Mother Nature's very effective tools in terms of healthy circulation.
Absolutely. And the best thing about it, if you haven't, we used to nickname this, we still do, we call it the nurse's product, because there's so many people that rely on their legs for their livelihood, for their job. If you have a job that requires you to stand a lot, if you're in retail, if you're a teacher, if you are working any kind of the service industry where you're on your feet a lot, if you are a nurse, this is a product that is an absolute godsend for anybody that has to stand or sit a lot. We sit more than ever before. We are more sedentary than in the history of America. We are more sedentary. Why? Because we sit in front of computers. Because there's jobs require a lot more sitting. And so if you sit a lot or if you stand a lot, you absolutely should treat yourself to this. Doesn't it make sense that if the veins and capillaries in our legs are healthier, are stronger, are not, like Andrew said, it's the difference between a garden hose and a water balloon, right? I mean, think about that. Like, you know, when those veins and capillaries.
It's an extreme analogy, but it's the idea.
It makes sense to me, because otherwise, when our legs are swelling, the first time you ever described that means the liquid is seeping out of our veins and capillaries. It's seeping out, and that's where we're getting swollen ankles and swollen calves.
First, you have to also think about the way our body works. We think of our heart as this life-giving organ that is pumping blood throughout our body, but remember, when we go to the doctor, what do they measure? They measure blood pressure. So we could put a little sleeve on our arm. We can measure the pressure that heart is causing on the tissues on our arm. That heart is pumping fluid throughout our body. That fluid, our blood, carries oxygen and nutrients, carries away waste products. That blood is being pumped down to our extremities, our feet, our ankles, our calves. The most distant point from our heart also, it has gravity contributing as well. So not only are we pumping blood to this distant tissue, there's no pump in our feet, ankles, and calves to get it back. And how basically does our body get it back? By pumping more blood behind it. So when you think about it, it's just common sense. These tissues are going to enlarge. The blood vessels are going to be under stress. And over the course of our lifetime, there will be consequences. What this product simply addresses are sort of the timeline of those consequences, giving us a chance to turn back the clock. And I was going to read first a little bit of science, then I just grabbed a few reviews. I think I grabbed the first 4 science charts and the first 4 reviews.
Great.
So from International Angiology, which is a respected medical journal dealing with circulation, the efficacy, the effectiveness was clearly demonstrated. And we're talking about the key ingredient here, with a rapid improvement of functional signs in the first months, being maintained till the end of the study. The reduction of ankle and calf circumferences, measurable difference, is probably linked to a decrease in plasma filtration through capillary walls, what I was talking about before, the seepage. This fact confirms the positive role of diosmin with hesperidin on tissue microcirculation.
Interesting.
From another journal, Angiology, pharmacological and clinical studies demonstrated the comprehensive mode of action of diosmin with hesperidin. It increases venous tone, it improves the tone of veins, it improves lymph drainage, and it protects the microcirculation. From Current Vascular Pharmacology. I grabbed 4 different medical journals, I think. The clinical efficacy of diosmin with hesperidin in venous circulation through our veins, has been demonstrated by several randomized control studies in which the rate of benefits was significantly shortened, means more rapid. An explanation for the ability to speed relief comes from the protection diosmin with hesperidin exerts on the microcirculation. From Current Vascular Pharmacology, diosmin with hesperidin reduced venous distension, that's distended enlarged veins, and venous capacitance, and improved venous tone in women with various degrees of venous complaints. It does so in men as well. No more leg cramps. I was skeptical about this product, but I thought that I'd give it a try. I am amazed. This is my 3rd week using this product, and by darn, it works. I've had cramps and you name it, twitching my legs for years and years. I'd be okay for a week and then it would start. It was awful. Let me add that I'm not diabetic. I do not have a circulatory issue. Since using this product, to my amazement and delight, I had no muscle cramps. My toes can sting, but that sensation has been reduced big time. I have hammer toes, ouch, oh yeah, I'm 80. And I initially ordered the 60 capsule size and just reordered the 180 count.
Fantastic.
This changed my life, thank you. For years, I had problems with swelling in my feet and ankles. I went from doctor to doctor because I thought there was something very wrong and was told by all there was not. Still, my ankles and feet were like sausages after work every day, and I was miserable. I spent every night with my legs up to get the swelling down, only to have it come back by the next day. Then I saw these awesome supplements. I ordered circulation and vein support and started taking 2 a day. I realized within about a week that I hadn't even noticed that the swelling had stopped completely.
Wow.
Honestly, my ankles and feet are totally back to normal since I started taking these supplements, and my legs feel much better too. Thank you, Andrew. If I was wearing a short sleeve shirt, you could see the goosebumps.
That's amazing.
It works. For years, walking was a chore for me. My legs felt like they weighed a ton. This is the time of year, it's warm out. We want to get outside, be active.
Absolutely.
After only a week of taking this supplement, I am doing so much better. I still have a day or so with aching, but really these capsules have changed my life. And actually in those 2,000 plus 5-star reviews, I think there were about 80 or 90 of them that said, changed my life.
I believe that.
We'll never live without this product. I've used the circulation and vein support for over 12 years now. I ran out once and will never happen. It will never happen again. My ankles have always swollen up after doing a lot of walking or standing. Once I use this product, no more swelling. My husband also uses it, and he had very bad Charlie horses in his legs and restless leg syndrome, but no more. If you have any of these problems, you won't be sorry. You will never miss a day taking these in the future. Love Andrew and the other 14 products that we take every day.
That's fantastic. Over 2,200 reviews just like that. Just like those people who took the time to share their experiences. It is really a life-changing product. Because the truth is, if you're not living your best quality of life because you're dragging around, because your legs feel heavy, you're just too tired, you don't have that get up and go in your legs that you used to when you were younger, this is a remarkable product that you will notice and feel and see a difference when you take it. It is outstanding. I always tell the story when I used to work with Andrew and stand for hours. Halfway through the show, I'm going back now 22 years ago, but halfway through the show, they'd always have to bring me a little stool and I have to sit for a while because my feet would ache, my legs would ache. And so I've come a long way. I really have. I've been taking this product for over 20 years every single day. For over 20 years. My mom takes this product. My husband takes this product every single day. My husband's like Andrew. He goes to the gym every day. He's very active, but he found that it just would help his legs feel calmer, which I think was an interesting,
well,
you know, we all
funny.
have our...
I mean, he's an athlete. I still try to be an athlete. That I think when we're active, that's one of the things that when we stimulate our legs through activity, sometimes it's hard to calm them down.
Right.
Sort of like if you have a job where you spend your day on your feet, it's hard. It's no wonder they're restless. They just don't realize it's time to stop. So it's an opportunity to give your body really a chance. And the science, that's what I tried to give you a sense. The science is compelling, it's convincing. The product comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. With this product, that's ample time. It's 2 capsules a day, as I always say. If you use it correctly, it truly delivers. So 2 capsules a day, I think you'll be thrilled. Read the reviews. They're other people's opinion, which is a much more valid point than my opinion.
Okay, we're going to wrap this up. If you're ordering, thank you so much. Again, it's a 30, 60, 180, 360. Most of you are ordering the 360. Take advantage of the birthday pricing. That's why we love when it's July, because we get to celebrate our birthday. Andrew brings all of our favorites for the birthday visit. In fact, speaking of favorites, our favorite beauty product of all time is going to be launching officially in 5 minutes.
Also the most inexpensive beauty product because it's,
for sure.
It's literally just a dime a day.
Point. Good point.
I don't use expensive shampoo, but I guarantee I spend more than a dime on my shampoo.
One of my favorite, my Genifique, one of my favorite beauty products here at HSN is, it's like $89 for the, the 1 ounce, and that's gonna last maybe 3 months. I mean, this is, when you do that 720, $89.
$89.
That's a year.
It lasts 1 or 2 years.
Could go up to 2 years. It is, and it addresses hair, skin, and nails. It's the trifecta.
Yes.
It does everything in one little capsule. So that's coming up in just a couple of minutes, but there's a few more goodies really.
And we're only going to be able to do, because we're almost done with the hour, just a mention on glucosamine chondroitin.
Okay.
I'll make sure we talk about it fully either